Hi, welcome to another craft video from the Kansas City, Kansas Public Library. I'm Cheryl and I'm in charge of the craft kits at the main library. And today's video is to accompany a kit that we'll be giving out starting April 1st, 2026. But if you don't live near our library and can't come get a kit, or if you're watching this later on our YouTube channel, don't worry, we'll tell you everything that's in the kit so you'll know what you need to purchase to make this project with your own supplies. And what this is, it looks like just a colored jar with some seashells in it. What it is it's an air freshener. It's a gel base with some fragrance oil mixed in. As the gel sets, kind of like Jell-O, but with fragrance instead of flavoring, it will trap the fragrance oils, and as it dries, it releases them over time to fragrance your house. Now ours has a little bit of fragrance oil left on top. That's fine. That's a process because we give you a lot of fragrance oil and not all of it can be incorporated into the gel, so you may find a little bit left on top. That's perfectly fine. That's a natural byproduct. So you just leave the lid off, and as it dries, it evaporates and releases the scent. And we've got ours colored with a little bit of soap coloring, and we've added a few little decorative seashells just to make it look pretty while it's sitting on the shelf. And it's super easy to make, I promise. Okay, so what you'll have in the kit, or what you'll need to purchase if you don't have a kit, is a glass jar that holds 1 cup. If you're using jelly jars, these would be called a half-pint jelly jar. This one comes with a lid, but the lid is optional. You can put it on to stop the scent, the fragrance, and then take it off when you want to scent the room. But it's totally optional. You'll have a packet of unflavored gelatin, and this can be found normally in your baking aisle of your grocery store. You'll have a teaspoon and a half of regular salt. Now, because this is a water-based product, we want to use something to kind of deter the bacteria and the mold from forming. So the salt helps keep bacteria and mold and fungus from forming on your water-based gel. If you're buying your own supplies, you can online buy preservatives that are made for things like this that are liquid, but we're using salt. You will have a few seashells just to decorate the bottom with. This is not necessary. This is strictly optional and decorative. You will have 5 milliliters of fragrance oil and a little container of a colorant, a liquid colorant. And this is soap color that we're using, but you can use, if you're using your own supplies, you can use food coloring too. It's just food coloring tends to fade a little bit, whereas soap coloring retains its color. So I prefer liquid soap color. And this has been thinned down with water because for your entire jar, you only need about 5 to 10 drops of the concentrated soap color. So we have thinned it down with enough water to use with your cup. And then this is a little squeezable pipette tube. This is to go down in here and get the color and administer it little by little until you get the right amount of color that you want. You will need to supply some sort of bowl to stir it all up in, a spoon to stir with, and you will need to provide a cup of water. Now we're going to split it in half We are going to do a half a cup of cold water and a half a cup of really hot, almost boiling water. This is because you have to treat unflavored gelatin a little bit differently than you do, let's say, Jell-O. Jell-O, you just mix it up with hot water to dissolve it and put it in the fridge. This is a little bit different. So we're going to do a half a cup of cold water. And put it in a bowl. Now, working with unflavored gelatin, you have to do something called letting it bloom. If you just mixed it up into the water, it would not dissolve properly. Your flavored gelatins have like a product to help it dissolve in the water, but the unflavored gelatin doesn't. So what you have to do is you have to sprinkle this on the surface of your water, and you're going to let it set 5 minutes without stirring. Do not stir this. It will slowly start absorbing the water, and then it will become gelatinized a little bit, and that will let you mix it all up and avoid clumps of the gelatin. So we're going to let this sit down for 5 minutes. We're going to let this sit for 5 minutes, and meanwhile I'm going to go boil the water. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes, and I think you can see the texture of this and how it's kind of almost grainy and almost gelatiny. And so now I have heated up water in my kettle, and this was just heated up till it was almost boiling, but not quite. Now be careful, don't burn yourself. So I'm going to do half a cup, and I'm going to stir it. And this will dissolve all of the gelatin evenly, and you won't have any clumps since you let the powdered gelatin sit for 5 minutes. Now it's time to put things into it. We're going to add the salt, and we're going to just stir it up in there to dissolve it, and stir it till it dissolves. And we're going to add the colorant. I like to add the fragrance last to give the water or the gelatin a chance to cool off. The cooler you can make it before you put the gelatin in, the less of it is going to evaporate. So this, how I pull this off is you can just grab this carefully, set that aside. It just pulls out with a little rubber stopper. And I am going to put this down here, squeeze it. It's going to be like an eyedropper. Squeeze it before you put it in, because if you put it in and then squeeze, it's going to bubble up and maybe splash out. So squeeze, put it in, and put in a few drops. Stir it around until you like the color. Now the orange and the yellows and things, they're not too strong. Be careful with like the blues and the darker colors. Don't just dump it all in at once. Definitely do it a little bit at a time and try it. And I like that color. And I can feel that the salt is all dissolved, and I am not feeling any more grains in there. Let me see what the temperature is like. Oh, that's not bad at all. That's just warm. Okay. All right, now I can add the fragrance oil. And this, I'm just going to pour all of this in here. And it's going to be, that's probably about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons worth in there. And I'm going to stir it all up. Now with fragrance oils, they don't want to blend in with water. I don't know if you can see that, but you might see oil floating on the surface. So oil doesn't want to suspend itself in a water-based product very easily. The gelatin will help, but what you can do is give it a little stir as it cools to try and get that incorporated in. I'm going to go ahead and put some of my things in here. I think I'm going to put a little bit first. And I'm going to put this in. I like putting these in when there's a little bit in the jar because I don't like air bubbles trapped at the bottom. So I like putting them in and then flipping them over so that it doesn't trap air bubbles as I pour in the liquid. All right, that has been poured. You will see bubbles until it sets for a little bit. There'll be bubbles in the top. Sometimes like to stir a little bit more to try and get that oil mixed in a little bit more, but not absolutely necessary. Okay, so I'm going to put the lid on really tightly, and we're going to set it in the fridge till it solidifies, a few hours usually. If you're a little worried, I mean, the lid should keep the smell inside, but if you're really worried, you can actually place this in a Ziploc quart bag, just as a little extra precaution against any scent leaking out. So I am going to leave this in a few hours, and then I will come back and show you when it's done. Okay, so it has actually been sitting in the fridge in its plastic bag overnight because I didn't have time to go back in a few hours and get it. But it has solidified nicely, and it didn't make the fridge smell because I had the lid on tightly. I didn't have any of the fragrance oils on the outside, and for extra security I put it in a plastic baggie, and my fridge was fine. And I had the lid on really tightly. Okay, but it has solidified completely, and now I'm gonna take the lid off. It was very tight. Okay, and you see how solid it is. Now you may also see when you open up the lid, you may see a little bit of oil or liquid on top. That is some of the fragrance oil that hasn't been incorporated into the gel, because the oil doesn't like to dissolve into water, so some of it doesn't get dissolved or doesn't get suspended in the gel. And we used a lot of fragrance oil in this, so if you don't like the look of it, you can get it up with, you can just like sop it up with a little paper towel and throw it away. But it actually is perfectly fine to just leave it like this. Just put this in an out of the way spot that won't get knocked over, and the fragrance oil will evaporate and smell very strongly for like the first week or so, and then it won't smell quite as strong. And then as the gel dries, it will release the fragrance into the air, and it should be good for quite a while. And then once it is completely dried and doesn't smell anymore, then you can just dig out the dried gel with a spoon or something and throw it away. and then you can wash the jar really carefully and you can reuse it. If you have pets or children, young children, I would definitely put this on a shelf up above where they can reach, especially if you've used a scent that smells like food. You don't want them getting into it. Some people I know have put holes in the lids so that they can just screw on the lid and the fragrance will come out through the holes. Now in the plastic lids, in order to make holes in it, you will need to, if you just try and drill something in there, it'll shatter the plastic. I have found that if you heat up like a screwdriver hot, you can use it to melt the plastic. Be sure and wear like protection, like a mask or something, so you don't breathe in the fumes. If you're using a jelly jar with one of the metal lids, you can just use a nail and a hammer to poke holes in the metal lid. As a matter of fact, they also sell fragrance lids for jelly jars, for standard jelly jar sizes, that you can buy online, that screw on to jelly jars and then just have an open network or holes in the lid. But that is the finished product. Thank you for viewing another video from the Kansas City, Kansas Public Library. I'll see you next time. Bye.